Hi everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Today I am using black musk and pear, and I have got my fingers crossed that I'm going to be able to get my design out because I really want to see what a mica drop swirl of Blizzard looks like against black. Let's go and see. Alright, so let's get started here. Now I have seen that Lee over at Wicked Lee has soaped with this fragrance and it did rise on her. I'm a bit worried about whether or not my design will now come through, but I figured I am still going to go ahead and we will try and eliminate some of the mixing by whisking in the lye water solution with my oils before I split it out for the colours. Alright, so I have given that a bit of a mix then. I'm going to split it up. What I've got in this pot here is a little bit of chartreuse mica, and I want just enough in there to do an in the pot swirl of 2 different greens. I then have in this pot here some activated charcoal because I want to do a drop swirl with some black, but I don't want a big drop swirl, so I'm going to say that is about enough in there. Now we might pour a little bit more of that chartreuse off so we've got a good amount of colour for our base. Alright, so into the big container here I have some jade mica. Now I have mixed all of my micas up with some olive oil, which is one of the oils that I have in my soap batter or my soaping oils here, and that's just going to make it much easier to blend these colours in. So to start with, I'm just going to give them a bit of a mix with the spatula, again just to try and avoid any stick blending, which will accelerate the trace of this. And then I'll pour the fragrance in and stick blend it in just to make sure that all of that oil and lye solution is fully incorporated into each other so that we don't end up with any lye heavy patches of soap. Alright, so here is the big moment. We are putting in black musk and pear. It is a lovely fragrance oil. It's one of my mum's favourites when I do body butter. She always asks for this particular fragrance. It's got notes of Anjou, pear, bergamot. There's some licorice, vanilla bean and some musk in there as well. It does smell really, really good, so I'm hoping that this is going to be well worth it. I can see this has gone a milky colour once I've added it in, and that's pretty much a sure sign that this is going to rise. I don't know if it will accelerate because I remember Wicked Lee saying that she had added something extra into her soap batter and that was making it accelerate anyway, so we will see how we go. Well, so far so good, but that's all we'll say about that for now. What I'm going to do is just quickly work with this green and get this into the soap mold. So as I said, I'm going to give this a drop or in the pot swirl is what we're going to do with the 2 greens. So just give that another good stir, and then I'm going to come up high and pour this into the lighter green. I've got really lucky on this. It really hasn't riced that badly at all. It is staying quite fluid as well, so I'm definitely going to be able to keep going with the whole design idea I had. I was definitely wanted to do that black drop swirl into that green, but I wanted to add in one of these micro drop swirls that I love doing, and I wanted to try doing it with some of that Blizzard mica to see how good that looks against some of this black soap. So I've got that in there. I'm just going to give that a mix just to incorporate it. That just looks so pretty by itself, but what I'm now going to do is just give that a bit of a drop. I can see that is starting to now thicken up. But that is going to look really good, I think. So I'm going to get this black all scraped out, get the rest of the green scraped out, and then we will come back and we will do the top. Alright, so what I've got now is a stainless steel teaspoon, and I'm just going to come across and make some little indents in the side, do my little spoon top, because I want somewhere to sit all my little pears that I've made to go on here. We've got all that done. It is time to add our little pears, and we made these in the behind the scenes video this week, and I'll leave a link up in the top right hand corner for you so you can go and check them out. And all I'm going to do is on each of these bars of soap, I'm going to put a bit of pear, hopefully on each side. That's it, like that. So what we might do is do all of one side, and then we'll come back and do the other side. So what has everyone been doing while we are in lockdown? I have had all these plans to do things, but unfortunately I'm actually finding it hard to find the time to do things, which is actually a very good problem to have. It's been a bit weird because I rely solely on doing markets, and I'm used to pottering about in the studio all day, making stuff, packing it into the trailer, and then taking it down to the markets to sell everything. Now all the orders are coming online and people are coming to the house to pick up, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm not upset about that at all, but it does mean I have had to work out a different way of actually working to make sure that I can get all the orders and everything done in between doing everything else that I need to make as well. I did have plans to really get on top of making soaps, but in my first week off I didn't even manage to make one loaf of soap, so I am hoping to be able to do a couple this week. Hubby and I did also go out before the sort of lockdowns really came into place, and I went and bought 10 litres of paint so I could actually paint inside the house. But as of yet, I still haven't even been able to look at doing that. But I'm sure if this is going to go on for as long as they say, I'm going to have plenty of time to be able to do that. Other than that, to be honest, being in lockdown isn't much different for me than what I usually do because I work from home. I'm constantly by myself in the house anyway. Hubby is still going to work because he works in the hospitality industry, and they do have people staying in their hotel. So he is still thankfully in a job, and he is going to that every day. So for me, it's pretty much is the same. I don't really go out that much when I am home. It is just a little bit harder that I can't just think, oh, I'll just pop down the street for a cup of coffee or something. So it certainly is very interesting times. What are you guys all doing? What sort of things on Netflix should I be catching up on when I get a chance? Because I've watched everything I had in my list. That is my last pear in there. I actually will give this a dusting of some Blizzard mica, seeing as we have done that drop swell on the inside, and that will just bring that all together here. And then I will bring you down for a closer look of our black musk and pear. Alright, so here is black musk and pear. It is smelling amazing. I am so pleased this behaved so well. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the inside and see what that Blizzard mica does as a mica drop swirl. I'm going to leave it sit here for about 24 to 48 hours. Then I'll come back and cut it in just a moment. Okay, so black musk and pear is now ready to cut. Now this fragrance has gone through a little bit of a transformation throughout the night. When you smell this in most of the other Bath & Body products, such as moisturizers, body butters, that sort of thing, and in candles, you get this real strong musk smell out of it. It's really quite nice, and just that hint of pear. Now that this has gone through its saponification, that musk has really toned down, and I'm getting a lot more of that pear come through, as well as that bergamot, which has that real sort of green tea smell, or Earl Grey tea sort of smell to it. We'll get this cut open and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. Now I've seen the end of the soap and I think this first bar is absolutely perfect. Look at that. Kind of looks like two eyes, but it also looks like two seeds inside of a pear, and then you've got all that nice green juicy pear on the outside. I am loving how that blizzard mica looks in the black. It is so pretty and shiny, and that is the top of the soap as well. I'm really pleased with that. That is a true drop swirl that's gone into that bar of soap. Just two great big drops of black soap in there. So I know this next one is going to be very, very similar. We've got those two big drops and that beautiful blizzard mica through it as well. That is the back. So we've got some bigger sort of teardrops in that side. What I'm going to do is just come down a little bit further down the loaf and we'll see if we've got anything different other than those two big drops. But no, oh, it's just so pretty having those. I've never ever done a drop swirl and actually had those really defined drops in it. I am really, really pleased with how that has come together. It is smelling really good. As I said, that musk has really toned down and the pear starts to shine through along with that little bit of bergamot as well. And I just think the design that's on the inside is absolutely perfect. Grab these two that are sitting here too. Really loving the tops with their little pears. Oh, this is going to be one of those soaps where I actually keep a bar for myself as well. So here are the next two. I hope you have enjoyed watching how I've made my black musk and pear soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. If you've got any questions, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And until the next soap, I hope you have a good one and stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye.